Founded in Smeltertown in the mid-20th century, and the inspiration for Marty Robbins' famous song, El Paso. This bar is one of the oldest in the city. This is the story of Rosa's Cantina. Rosa's Cantina originally opened in the early 1940s as Los Tigres. Supposedly, in the year 1957, the then owner of the bar changed its name to Rosa's Cantina. The same year the famous song El Paso by Marty Robbins was written. As the legend goes, Marty Robbins was traveling from Nashville to Phoenix, and during this long road trip he decided to take a short break. That break would be taken in front of Rosa's Cantina, which supposedly was closed at the time. He rested his hand next to the window, and in the reflection upon the sunset, he saw the Badlands of New Mexico. He got back on the road, and shortly after the song was written. The bar even has the lyrics of the song El Paso framed. We sat down with employees of the bar to learn more about it. What can you tell me about the history of the bar?
So Rosa's Cantina was founded in 1957. The building is older than that, but it became Rosa's in 1957. And in 1959, Marty Robbins came out with his song El Paso. And so story says that he was, before I-10 was built, Doniphan, which is the road that we are located on, was the main traveling road to get through town. And so when he was writing his song El Paso, he was driving through town on Doniphan. And so the lyrics of the song talks about the Badlands of New Mexico, which are right across the street. And then it also talks about, the West Texas town of El Paso, which is where we are located. And so that song came out in '59, and then it was #1 for a number of years on the country music charts. And it brought, El Paso to the map. It's made it, this place famous, and people come from all over the world to come visit Rosa's Cantina.
How long have you owned the bar for?
It's 12 and a half years, 13 years this November.
What has it been like to own the bar?
It's a lot of fun. We get, back to the tourists, we get people from all over the world that come visit us. We get lots of locals and regulars as well. So it's a nice mix of all kinds of people, all kinds of familiar faces, new faces. The tourists that come in are so excited to be here. They travel from all over the world. Like I mentioned, lots of Canadians. Marty Robbins was from Canada, and so I think that's why we get lots of Canadians. But the main thing is just meeting people. It's nice to see the variety of people that come in here.
What's the most interesting experience you've had while owning the bar?
The most interesting, I would have to say, probably meeting the famous people that have come in here. We've had ZZ Top came in, and then Tim Rice also, who wrote, he's a songwriter, very famous, wrote a lot of Disney songs. So that's always fun when we get those famous people that come in. You feel like, wow, that's amazing that they came, and found Rosa's Cantina.
So I've noticed that the facade of Rosa's Cantina isn't very flashy compared to most bars where they have big signs and a lot of neon. Is there any particular reason why that is?
We've tried to keep it original, and that's how it's looked, from the beginning. The outside has never changed. And so we have decided to not make many changes on the outside and keep it, that original look where it's just a Rosa's Cantina sign and not all the, blinking lights and, screaming. We get great business as it is, and so it's nice to keep that original look.
How has the pandemic affected the bar?
Well, it's definitely affected us. They shut down bars in our city back in March, so we were closed for 3 months. We decided to do some renovations that were much needed during that time, and then when they allowed us to reopen, we were open for a week, and then the governor statewide shut us down again, shut down bars. So it's been we've been impacted, and it's been a struggle. The good news is we're opening this coming Tuesday, and because we have our restaurant, and so hopefully, as long as restaurants stay open, hopefully we'll be able to stay afloat.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about the bar?
Well, if you've never been out here, it's a fun place. We have live music 6 days a week, bands, we get dancing in here, karaoke, mariachi music. We're closed on Mondays. But if you've never been here, definitely come out and visit. It's a great place to be.
After speaking with the owner of the bar, we decided to sit down with some of the employees to get their take on the historic location. How long have you been working at the bar?
2 years and 8 months.
What's it been like to work here?
It is definitely different from anywhere else I've worked. I feel like working here is a super cool experience because, one, you get to meet people from not just all over the country but all over the world, and also the regulars. Everyone in El Paso comes to Rosa's Cantina, and it's also cool because there's a lot of people that live here or are from El Paso that have never been here before, and so it's cool to be able to give everyone their first time experience.
I've been here for 7 years.
And what's it been like to work here?
It has been a lot of fun. This is one of those jobs where you want to come to work, you don't dread it.
And what's the most interesting experience you've had working at the bar?
I would say when they shot a music video here, that was pretty cool to be a part of, to see it kind of from the beginning to the end, them setting up and actually filming and, seeing the bar in the video and all over YouTube and TV. That was pretty cool.
The most interesting thing was I had a couple that had this routine where every Friday they would come in to have dinner, and then he actually ended up proposing to her in here, and it was just really great feedback from everybody that was in here, so that was a really good experience.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about the bar?
Just that it's the best experience, and I feel like everyone should come check it out. It's been really awesome to work here and be a part of everything, especially with the new bar.
Well, I guarantee you there's no other place in El Paso, Texas that's like this. This is very, very unique. Very fun, very exciting. You meet people from all over the world.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
The history of Rosa's Cantina is very intertwined with that of the Marty Robbins song El Paso. But how true is the legend? According to the El Paso History Alliance, it may not be. They claim that Rosa's Cantina didn't actually exist until 1961, although the building is still much older than that. According to Marty Robbins himself, while he was traveling at night on the Carlsbad Highway, he stopped to admire the view of El Paso and Juarez. He said that all the twinkling lights on the desert plain inspired the song. However, others would claim that the legend is true, at least in some small way. And I suppose in a way it is. But that's the thing about legends. Some will believe it and some won't. But that doesn't change the fact that Rosa's Cantina is still a very historic location. It has served the people of Smeltertown and El Paso, and even people all over the world who are chasing the legend for many decades.
The setting sun,
Whether or not the legend is really true is still up for debate.
hanging low on the horizon.
But legend or not, Rosa's Cantina is a fantastic place to get a drink and get a bite to eat.
As I watch you slip away,
It is a part of El Paso's cultural history. And now,
close your eyes,
it will never be forgotten.
as if the light is growing brighter, and a peaceful gaze consumes your tired face. Do not go gentle, no, my love. The angels don't need you above. Rage against